was an error.
Apparently, Constog is turning robotic. What this fixes, because her picture's been frozen for a little bit.
There was an error.
Oh. Okay, there we go. Okay. So you all leave.
I know what happened.
You all leave through the wall. And Professor Phelan reminds you, all right, once again, this didn't happen.
Fair enough.
What didn't happen?
Good job. I'm on my way to class. I hope the rest of you have I hope all of you have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah. And so the four of you have the rest of the day ahead of you.
I want to go take a nap.
Right.
After all that, you want to go take a nap?
That dude is exhausting.
As do I.
I don't know if all the stuff he said is true, but just like, ooh, if he needs some communication skills classes.
I mean, I have no choice but to hope that it's true. Hope that Niev is out there somewhere. And at that, Brianna will kind of like sort of pat Constog on the shoulder, because one of the things that stuck with her that we learned is that it's very difficult, if not impossible, for Niev to ever come back, basically.
You know there's a cave. She could just go through the cave with terrifying, horrifying monsters and get back.
Alright, let's go.
Probably fine.
Constog just like, let's storm the cave.
Does it have invisible bears?
Remember that cave you said not to go in? Let's go in it.
But yeah, Nikolai, you can go lay down. What about the rest of you?
I would again be doing a little bit of vocal performance. I'd probably want to spend some time with Constog, like if she wanted to, like, I don't know, brush out the stag and that sort of thing, just kind of do some things with her.
Okay.
Is that what we're calling it these days?
I feel really bad because, you know, the thing is Brianna's intent when she said she wanted to live was not at the expense of someone else. You know, she didn't think that the consequences would be affecting anyone but her. Mm-hmm. So, you know, she knows this isn't easy for Constog, and she would want to try and spend some time with her.
Oh, it's a crazy thing.
I also probably would, you know, make a mental note or something to, like, maybe check on Nikolai later, see how he's doing with everything.
Okay. What does Erasmus want to do during this day?
Well, I'm going to go over my notes over the interview with Constog. Going to do a little sling practice for my meditative thing. Trying to think about that interaction with Mom and Dad. And then make some more notes. Journal. And then no banana flies, right?
It's up to everybody else.
We can meet up there later.
Yeah, let's meet up there later. I'm going to ask a dumb question. Are we supposed to lay down and go to sleep at some point to further this?
At night, you know.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know if we needed to get to the dream sequence right away.
There's no dream sequence.
Yeah. So I'll do the things I would normally do when I have a day off. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We also at some point need to prepare. Oh, sorry, Erasmus.
No, that's all right. We got a trip, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's meet up at Banana Flies and talk about preparations for our trip then. I'm going to look at notepads as I feel very,
what's the word I'm looking for? Insecure about your notepad now?
Yes. I'm going to ask about something that says rugged and adventure-y while still sensible.
Okay. So when you mean rugged and adventure-y, but still sensible, so you're not looking for a magical notepad?
I hadn't even thought of that. I'm just starting my adventuring career. I wouldn't think I could afford whatever an adventuring notepad is, one with Amethyst's cast on it. But show me my future. How much are they?
This is... I'm concerned if you're saying you're not sure that you're up to snuff for this kind of thing.
Oh man, what a day. Okay.
I'll tell you what. Are you at the realm of thousands of gold?
No, I am not.
That's what it would take for one of our wizards to make one.
Okay.
And-
All right. Well then, something in a regular notepad that is sturdy but sensible.
Okay. Yeah, so you can get something like that. You can get like a waterproof and like dirt resistant notepad. They actually have like a they use some minor spells on it to keep it from like being able to get wet, so you can actually like dip the notepad in water.
Okay.
But it does not stop it from taking ink.
Excellent. Can I get it in purple and green?
You can.
Oh, excellent. Even better.
This is a pretty rudimentary process. They do explain to you though that like once it falls into water, the waterproofing is removed. Like a rainstorm on it will not destroy it, but if you accidentally like drop it in a body of water, it will keep the text. But as soon as you pull it out, the water resistance will be gone.
Gotcha. So I got it the once.
Yes. And then you'll need to get it like you'll have to get the coating reapplied, but it is 50 gold.
Okay. Fantastic. All right, I will subtract 50 gold for that fancy notepad.
Mm-hmm. Comes with a nice case to keep it in.
Ooh. Oh my. Living the high life now.
Yeah, and Constag, you're good with kind of spending the time talking with and getting to better know Brianna. Is there anything that the two of you want specifically to talk about?
Brianna would want to maybe gently say to Comstock, how are you feeling after all of this? There was a lot discussed today.
It's upsetting knowing that she's probably not going to be able to come back, but at least I sort of have confirmation that she's alive.
Yeah. I mean, as much as I guess we can have in this situation. I feel like I should apologize to you, Constog. I never intended to take your sister's place or to take her life away. I mean, the truth be told, I would love to see, my friends, the ones that I was, my coworkers. I would love to see them again, but I wondered how you were feeling after all that. I mean, maybe if we get higher level, we can, try to find Niev again.
So,
Just for the record, speaking of higher level is a Candor thing.
Oh.
In reality, the concept of leveling doesn't really exist, except as Candor has spoken of it. It's a bit of a madness thing.
Okay. So I would say whatever
More experienced.
higher level is more experienced, I
Yes.
guess. Okay. Yeah. So perhaps, with more experience, we'll be able to find this cave and we can find her again one day.
then that's what we'll have to do.
And I believe you also wanted to have some words with Nikolai eventually. I'm sorry if you have more. Sorry.
No, that was pretty much, yeah. I was just wanting to see how people are doing after everything. So.
So you can track down Nikolai in his room.
Still sleeping.
Resting.
Is Erasmus in the room?
Erasmus is probably out doing sling practice at about this time.
Okay. Well, if I don't get any answer, then I will, I guess, go back to. I'll leave a note for Nikolai, just saying, hey, stop by. Just wanted to see how you were doing. Banana flies later, and then I'll go back to my room.
Okay.
I capitalize on my love of snacks. See if that'll wake me up.
Is it so wrong?
If I just brought some fresh baked cookies or something.
Oh, that would have woken me up.
Need to go find Hadhup, but I don't know him yet. Or them yet.
Yeah, so eventually, Nikolai, you'll wake up. Actually, I think Erasmus, you'll come to the door before Nikolai wakes up and see the note on the door.
Okay. Is this the note about banana flies? Did I miss something?
About meeting up for banana flies later, and also that Brianna came by to meet with Nikolai, but Nikolai didn't wake up. Nikolai was still asleep, I guess, or whatever. Didn't respond for some reason.
Okay. All right, banana flies it is.
But you've come back to do your journaling at this point.
Oh yeah, I do have to do my journaling. My journaling is important, people. We can't be fucking around.
Did you say something about food? I'm hungry. I'm starving.
I did want to go to banana flies, but I do need to do about 15, 20 minutes of journaling. It's been a rough day, and I need to collect my thoughts.
Okay, well, I'll meet you there. I'm gonna head over now.
Somehow I've been called a gnome at least 3 times today. By Kando.
Kind of weird.
Yeah, I know.
Well, he's pretty weird. All right. Well, I'll see you over there. I'll save you a seat.
Okay.
So
Out the door.
What is Erasmus journaling about?
I'm going to talk about, first off, Father showed up. He was very upset. I appreciate the money in this opportunity. Have we established what order I am? Am I the only?
You are the only child.
As the only child carrying this sweet leaf name, this is an awesome amount of pressure. However, I do feel this was an unfair expectation, and I'm trying to collect my thoughts on that. Also noting twice I was considered sarcastic when I was not. Also, the 3 gnome comments. There would just be gnome 3 times. Question mark, Candor. Thoughts on sling practice. And then just some general thoughts about the fact that people seem to be inhabiting bodies with multiple souls. And, I can't say I'm particularly knowledgeable about that kind of thing. And it's just a little weird. How about that local sports team? No, so yeah.
All right. So you finish up your journaling and you'll head there. Nikolai will probably be there at about the time that Konstag and Brianna will show up at Banana Flies.
Hey, Nikolai. I tried to come by your room earlier, but you must have been asleep or out or something.
Oh yeah, I was passed out. I'm still tired, but I'm hungry enough that I don't know. Erasmus said something about banana flies, so I just zipped on over.
Yeah, I had left a note. I just, I kind of was wondering how you're feeling about everything. That's
hungry.
Hungry. Well, let's get a table.
Well done.
Let's eat.
Well done.
Yeah. Eventually, the 4 of you will sit down together.
Eventually, is there a long wait to banana flies?
No, you're just waiting on
for regulars, right?
Erasmus. So
we don't have to wait on him for a table.
Okay, you've got a table.
Don't. Yeah, I was just gonna say, don't rush the journaling, please.
Yeah, you'll find yourself a table.
You can order for me.
The usual appetizer platter to start for me, please.
Okay.
I'll just order another salad.
Okay.
Double the meat, half the salad.
Okay.
I'm not going like ham on the meat thing. I'm just, I'm asking for a little bit of meat.
I mean, I'm getting double the meat
Oh, you're getting to. Okay, cool.
and half the salad.
They'll bring out your meals, or well, I guess they'll bring out the appetizer platter for Nikolai, and the rest of the food and the salad and the meat and salad.
The meat.
The meat
I
salad.
did not order a meat salad.
Tossed meat salad.
I feel that would only be an item that they would have there.
No, that would be the kind of item that Hooters would do.
Oh God, yes. Proudly proclaiming we have meat salad. Yes.
I don't know. You don't think Arby's would do it?
They
have
might
meats.
also do it as well. But I feel like
They would
Hooters
not-
would do it. Hooters would do it and advertise like, you know what people like? Tossed salad. And you know what else? Men like meat. Hooters brings you tossed meat salad.
Good God.
Hungry yet, boys? So yeah, you guys will have your food brought to you before probably about the time that Erasmus shows up.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Oh, hey, Erasmus.
Hey,
Finish up with your writing.
I did feel a little bit clearer of sorts, but
Good.
now we must focus on the task at hand. We
No,
have a
food
journey.
first.
What's that?
Food first.
All right. Did you all order?
I ordered my first round.
All right.
I'm sure they'll be back. They're used to Nikolai's appetite by now.
Yes.
Growing boy.
Growing boy. Growing dimensionally, right? All right. I'll wait for the waitress and get
Yeah, you can get your food.
my fully loaded potato skins.
Yep.
What do they come with, Erasmus? What does fully loaded mean?
Bacon and cheese and
Yeah, bacon, cheese, sour cream.
What about green onions?
yeah, and yep,
green
chives.
onions.
Gotta have the
Yeah.
chives.
Ooh.
Brianna just looks at them like they're the enemy. Potatoes.
This is my one indulgence, if you will. These fully loaded potato skins.
I hope you enjoy them.
They're
All of-
food.
My friend Elizabeth used to say I didn't eat enough. She would throw food at me and tell me to eat.
Well, one must keep one's calorie intake robust enough for the day's activities, nutritious but not unflavorful.
Oh, boring. Food is tasty. You're supposed to enjoy it.
If you had elfin food, it's a lot of twigs and berries.
I mean, with the right seasoning.
No, there's nothing wrong with
Still don't
seasoning,
think
but
that'll work.
mostly, it's like these berries are very good for you. What do they taste like? Burning.
Food is one of the great pleasures in life, Gotta enjoy
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Food, music.
What's enjoyable is
companionship.
completing a task.
Well, to each their own.
Nice segue.
So, we're supposed to go find someone.
Sorry, I'm pleased with myself for that segue. Sorry, guys.
Steven is clearly pleased with you as well.
Yes. It's a good segue. He's just obviously not an actual comedian, or he would have finished. He would have started on the next line.
Nope, just A and B.
All segue here. All segue.
So
Good way to
about
get
that,
around.
about that mission. How about so we've got to capture a ranger. We don't have to capture a specific one. We just have to capture one of the ones that is not fulfilling their rangerly duty.
Naughty ranger.
Naughty ranger. We'll go with that. That's fine. We'll go NR. Naughty ranger.
Does it look like anybody is listening to us?
No, not at all.
Okay. I was like, they said not to talk about it, guys. Like, I don't want. I don't know.
The whole banana flies is full of naughty ranger spies.
You never know. Okay.
Yes, you literally never know. So, usually we do some brainstorming before we go on to these things. What are someone's ideas that they may have percolating?
Well, I have the ability to charm a person. I could possibly convince them to come back with us.
Well, how would we? I think the first thing is trying to figure out which rangers are not on the are on the level, or
Which are the naughty rangers?
naughty rangers. Thank you. We're just going to go with
naughty
that.
Rangers.
Which ones are the naughty rangers?
Don't put that in quotes, because that sounds like you're talking about a whole different kind of naughty.
Shouldn't the school be able to tell us which ones are naughty?
I was going to say, perhaps you should use the parchment and see if the professor has any recommendations.
The
For naughty
Rangers who are not getting good gifts from Santa Claus?
the school is unaware of who's doing this. In fact, as far as the part of what you've been dispatched for is this is an entirely secretive thing. Like, they discovered Rangers were not acting above board, and it's been kind of kept on the hush hush. Because this is not supposed to be possible. That's kind of what you got the information from Candor. It should be
not on the down low, on the hush hush.
It should be utterly impossible for there to be evil rangers walking around, and you weren't that was not supposed to be something you were discovering.
Does anyone have a way of seeing someone's alignment? Like, to see if they're good or evil? Is there a way to do
I have no related skills like that, or spells,
What kind of
or abilities.
skills or spells would that be?
It's called see alignment or detect good, evil, law, chaos.
What is just about detecting magic?
No.
That's fish.
This is a magical university, though.
On the
Everybody's
hush hush.
Also, people would see you activating those abilities.
It's generally frowned upon to go around alignment tracking other people in most things, except for paladins who tend to be kind of jerks about it.
No, it's actually it's also frowned upon in them. I think that's something that a lot of games don't keep up with. But if you're walking around with your paladin detective vision turned on all the time, people are at a certain point are going to be like, hey, the law says I have a right to my own personal life, and you doing this is very not lawful.
Yeah.
Well,
I suppose we could try and sort of test it out, see if we could tempt them, and then if it works, then we know they're naughty.
What would the because we're gonna switch from naughty rangers to how about dishonest rangers to DRs?
I like naughty.
Well, what if I wonder if the bat people that you were talking about, if they would know of any particular ranger that.
Ooh, very good, very good. Yes, let's interview the Batman. I can't handle this today. Oh no, the bat.
The bat. I mean, that's just that they spend a lot of time, from what you guys were saying, caring for bats. So.
No, it's a very good suggestion, and it's something we were doing. It's just that they're the Batman, and they're a lot to take in.
But they're all men, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's.
I can work with that.
What's that?
I can work with that.
Sure. God knows what awful things they're into.
Bats, obviously.
Yes. I like to think they're chiropterists. I believe is the correct term.
I don't know what that means.
I believe that it's a scientific term for somebody that specifically studies bats. But
I'm pretty sure you're right, but I only think that's correct because of the Zamisi thing, or Simise, or however you say their name, trapped a Marauder.
I think it doesn't really matter, right?
It does not.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys can go interview the Batmen, who are happy to see you approach.
Oh man.
I will assume the lead and approach the Batman.
Greetings, Daywalker.
Oh, hello there.
Oh no. No.
I actually had some questions for you.
Ask away. We are here to answer whatever questions you might have, milady.
Oh, aren't you sweet? Well, I was just wondering, I've heard about your noble mission with the bats. It really resonates with us, and I just was wondering, have you noticed anybody poaching bats?
There have been plenty of instances where people have been wrongfully assaulting or poaching bats.
Specifically any rangers?
Seems a very pointed question.
I'm curious.
You want to sink your fangs into what's been poaching the bats?
Perhaps.
Oh no. No.
Oh gosh, that's bad, but yeah.
Sorta.
One of the other ones like looks over and it's like, hey dude, it's kind of not cool even when she does it. You think it's maybe not cool? No, it's totally cool. It's totally cool. I don't know. I think I've seen enough of your kind come over here and talk to us about this. I know what you're really here for. Who are you gonna say you'll like? And then you're gonna go back over to your friends over there and be like, tee-hee, 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 I told him I like him, tee-hee, tee-hee. And then later on, when you finally get one of us to come up and talk to you like you're interested, then you're gonna be like, oh, I didn't have any interest in you. What makes you think I'd have interest in you, loser?
I can assure you
Wow.
that any of
That
us
was
that
wrong.
any of you that would be lucky enough to go out with me would not be laughed at.
Yeah, that's what they say, though. They say things like, lucky enough. Well, we're not lucky, okay? Bats aren't lucky. Bats use their skills, their sound, and their voices.
Did you go by yourself, or did we come with him? We're just at a distance.
I'm assuming that everybody came with me.
We're just standing around
Yeah,
awkwardly.
the four of you are
Yeah,
the
I'm
three of you are
gonna
probably standing a
interject.
little ways behind, but yeah, you can overhear.
Yeah, I go, my friends, listen. We have nothing but the best concern of the bats. When we learned that bats were being harvested that way, we started bat husbandry at the university and brought you here. We have nothing but good intents. My friend here, we just want to be able to find out the rangers that are behind this all and put a stop to it.
Give me a diplomacy check to try to get them back on your side.
Bat on your side?
Oh man. Oh man. I love a good pun, but this.
I'm hoping you bat this one out of the park, Charles.
Oh god.
I don't want them to have to. Oh God, they might resort to battery now.
Oh no! What is this? Why?
Oh.
We should be able to, like, we are already positively disposed to this guy, and these guys are blowing it. Oh good God!
It's especially frustrating because it's like a very low DC by Brianna's standards.
So Brianna will say, "We really don't want to laugh at you. We're trying to help the bats here."
Yeah, I understand you're trying to help the bats. And then once you're finished helping the bats, you'll make a big fuss over how you help the bats and how we wouldn't be able to get with you anyway. I get it.
Actually,
is
I was
going
thinking
so
of maybe
far.
doing a benefit concert for the bats.
Like Bat Aid.
Well, you know, something
I
like
just
a
said you're
song,
waiting for that
a
line
song
to
about
come out.
bats, like singing a song about the bats and seeing if people will change their mind about harvesting them just the way that they have been.
I'll tell you what. If you can get 5 people to care about the bats, we'll share our notes with you.
Okay.
How many of us are in this party?
4 right now, and he's not counting you guys.
All right. I will try and get 5 people to care about
How
the
do
bats.
they have to demonstrate their proof?
They need to come over, and they need to sign the petition and make a donation. See, we've got this petition. It's a petition that people are not going to hurt the bats, and they sign it, and they agree that they're not going to hurt the bats. And then they donate to the cause of bat conservation.
Well, why don't we have the petition, and not what you already have, but we'll have a petition there for them to sign. Is there a quad? Can I go sing in the quad?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna totally do that.
Okay. Go ahead and you can set something up and give me a performance check.
Please do well.
Excellent.
Good.
So you get out there and you stand there, and I want some lyrics from this bat song.
Okay. So let's see. You all know the noble bat. You go fetch their parts. That's where it's at. They do so much more than you'll ever know. They eat bugs and help our ecosystem grow. Save the bat. Save the bat. Donate a coin, and you will join. The Fellowship of the Bat.
All right, that's very good. That's very good. I will. I'll give it to you. So yeah, you do your song, and you can see like a couple of people wander over, and they'll sign the petition, and they'll drop a couple of coins in the cup. And yeah, you'll get more, like you get double the number they asked for.
Yeah.
I actually came up with the first 3 lines of "Do they know it's Christmas?" for "Do they love the bats?" At daytime, there's no need to be afraid. The bats keeping the insects from being out when it's in the shade. In your world of plenty, you can spread a smile of joy, wrap your arms around the bats, and that's as far as I got. I really wanted a Taylor Swift song, but no lyrics could come to mind.
So the 4 of you can head back over to the Batmen. All right, I guess this is legit. So yeah, let me find the notes. Hold on. After a little,
This really seemed like they wanted a date with you, which was kind of creepy.
After a little
what
bit,
it seemed to be about.
After a little bit, they'll hand you over a sheet of notes. So in here, we kept track of all the people we caught either poaching or like trying to do bad stuff to the bats, and I think you'll find a couple of them are, well, they're the kind of people that you mentioned.
I appreciate this. This will be very helpful.
You're welcome. I'm glad I can help.
Do you want to go to Banana Flies sometime?
What?
Aww.
This is just a trick, right?
No, it's not a trick. I promise.
Give me a diplomacy.
All right.
Well, yeah, I mean, I like, you mean like us and your crew, right?
No, just the 2 of us.
It means a date. It's okay.
Sure. When?
Well, why not tomorrow night?
Okay. I could do that. Yeah.
All right, sounds good. I'll see you there.
Yeah, I'll see you there.
At whatever time passes for 5 o'clock.
Okay. All right. Yeah, but you guys.
Grandma time date.
Well, I don't know how early they might go to bed or do other things. So
That's like their
Be up all
lunchtime.
night, I would imagine.
okay, well,
making
so maybe more
street
like
games sound.
7. I would want it to be at night.
It'll
Basically.
be at night, yeah. They
Yeah.
they usually start in the afternoon and are up till like the early hours of the morning.
Okay. Well, I would say an appropriate time that would be nighttime.
Okay.
I'm not trying to grandma date them.
It's funny.
The four of you have the information, have one piece of information that might be of good use.
Would the library have a roster of like the Rangers, or would there be a place that we could get a roster of who the Rangers are?
So the library isn't going to have a list of the Rangers unless maybe they're like important Rangers and you can find them in some kind of historical record.
Okay.
And there's not really like a Ranger phone book.
What if is there past yearbooks there? Could we maybe eliminate which ones are students based on the yearbooks?
That's not a bad idea.
Wow. Got the ideas tonight.
Yeah, so off to the library then.
All right. My favorite place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's library time.
All right, so let's see some knowledge locals.
All right.
Wrap your arms around a bat.
Because you know that's where it's at.
Yes.
Bats'll eat the gnats. And they're not just flying rats.
Yes.
We got any more knowledge locals? Sorry. Just trying to fill the time there.
I think our knowledge
Wrong
local
character.
guy was Trent, wasn't it?
I mean, I
No, there's
+7.
yeah, Nikolai and Brianna are pretty good. So yeah, you guys will find a few yearbooks and you can go through this. And you'll notice that there are a few people on this list that that previously were in the university. They all took ranger classes. And when they graduated, it looks like they probably went straight into ranger work. There are two individuals in particular. One of the individuals, I'm going to give you some names, and keep in mind that I just randomly generate names. The first one, get the right ground. The first one is Doncho.
Doncho.
Doncho. Doncho.
There you go.
Doncho Nadazadha.
Just put it in the chat. We
I
don't
will.
know how to spell that.
There's the first one.
oh. Not it.
And the other one is...
Trent Percival. Wait, no, Trent
Percival.
Shade.
Yeah. Percival Shade.
Jack, whatever his last name was.
Irina Ulyana. So Doncho is a male. Doncho looks to be elven. But there's something weird about the shape of his ears, like almost like somebody clipped the tips of them.
Was he feral?
Not that the records show.
So maybe like he was trying to pass for human, or
It's hard. No, because they're not like rounded. They're literally clipped. Like somebody
okay.
deliberately clipped them. Like they're cut.
Oh, we got to a fight.
And Irana, or Iriana, or Irina.
Irina.
Sorry, my brain is like forcing wrong words out. Is a looks to be human, maybe with some other background there, because there's a little bit of a darker olive tone to their skin.
Ooh.
And they have like in their smile in the yearbook photo, there's like a little bit of a jagged, toothy grin.
It'd just be lack of, dental care access.
And she was actually one of the highest ranked or one of the highest. She was basically the valedictorian of Rangers for that class year.
All right.
We got some leads.
Yes, we do. Okay, so now who would we go to see? Do you think that the professor would know where they're stationed now?
I don't know why he would, but
Who's in charge of the Rangers?
let's do some gather info to find out.
Yep, give me another
Would that be
knowledge local. Yep.
Oh.
All right. Nikolai, you will know that there is sort of the Rangers don't have they're organized into like different regions, and then different regions have like a primary chapter house that runs the Rangers. Both the 4 regions of the woods around you. So let's go to the world map real quick. So the 4 regions of the world around, or the woods around you, are basically divided into northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest, pretty logically. And each of them these are divided up into inner and outer rings. So there's the inner ring, which is considered the Mearachd ring, and then everything on the outside is considered the outer ring. So you can find that each of these inner areas in each of the quadrants has their own chapter house that you can go to. And in that chapter house is the leader of that chapter house, or whoever like presides over presides isn't the word I'm looking for, oversees the Rangers of that chapter house. With a 21 though, that's not quite enough to know who runs each of those chapter houses. But that's enough to know, like, that's the structure of the chapter house, and you would know the location of each of the chapter houses. None of them are too far away from the campus, though. You just need to go about an hour into the woods. They're designed to be, like, far enough away that students can't directly... Or it's that students, like, aren't just always wandering around the ranger house and causing problems. But they're not so far away that a student couldn't get to the ranger house, the ranger station, in the event of an emergency. But usually the Rangers are traveling around quite heavily anyway.
They're Rangers, right?
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Would Constog be familiar with the ones that are closer to where the Druids' encampment was?
She might be. Constog, do you got any ranks in knowledge local?
No.
Okay. Then not really.
Okay. I was hoping if there was maybe a direct connection we could surreptitiously ask. I feel like it would probably be suicide just to go in and be like, hey! But, okay. Are the Rangers known to... Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if we posed it like a class assignment that we wanted to, like, interview a specific ranger, would they buy it to let us get alone with that ranger?
Wow. That's pretty solid. I like it. We're just doing a survey of Rangers. we're kind of administering them the replicant test. We'll ask them about upside down turtles. Thank you, Steve. Once again, jokes only for me and Steve in this game.
Your job is not to sniff out replicants. Wrong campaign.
That's a decent idea, Constog.
I like it a lot, and I think that's very... It's close enough to the truth that it provides good cover.
Maybe even that. Maybe we could get some information on Irina because she was so highly regarded. We're just kind of maybe doing a profile of where she is now.
Okay.
Okay.
Like for the school paper or something.
Sure. Yeah, or an essay. You know, perhaps Professor Phelan wanted us to focus on like the characteristics of a successful, graduate or something like that.
Where are they now? What makes them successful, etc., etc.
All right. Presumably, you're not going to want to do this at night, right?
No.
That'd be creepy.
Knock,
Only in the
knock.
dead
We're
of
here to
night.
interview you.
Okay.
But Erasmus, you might give Phelan just a heads up that that we're doing his assignment, so that if someone double checks, he will know what we're talking about.
Okay. I think I should do that. Thank you.
Okay.
I'll go visit Professor Phelan and outline our plan.
Yep. You can give him the details.
Okay.
He'll say it sounds pretty solid.
I want to give full credit to Constag because that's what a good leader does.
Okay.
Using the correct gender and everything. Now that I've figured that out after 8,000 sessions.
Yeah. So, is there anything else you guys want to discuss this evening about the plan, or?
I would suggest that we interview them tomorrow, maybe during the day, but remind everybody I have a hot date
Evening?
tomorrow night.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, so the four of you can bed down for the night. Yeah. And in your sleep, find some nice music. This is the wrong song.
But it's not letting me hear the music. But I still only have to hear
That's the wrong
drum
music.
again.
Hold on. Can't find the right music. Is this the right? Maybe this is the right music. No, that is not the right music. Constag, you rest, sleep. Think of your sister, who's been now gone for such a long time, or at least what feels like a long time. Each day it feels maybe a little easier, but also just a little further. You drift off with what looks like your sister next to you or near you, but knowing that's not her and it's not really ever going to be her again. And in your dreams, you dream of your sister and the life you had together, and how things were, and how things could have been. But then, all of a sudden, your dream changes. Your dream has something else speak to you. Dream, speak to her.
Hello, I believe this is Constop. Hopefully this message is reaching you correctly. My name is Tesman of Knightsbridge in Sierra Savant. I'm contacting you via an ability, but it functions similarly to the dream spell. This is the only way I know how to get a message in and out of Sierra Savant at the moment. I was attempting to reach you to let you know that your sister, Niev, is in Brianna Vespati. We attempted to resurrect Brianna using this book that I had found, and something happened. It brought Niev here, and presumably Brianna is with you. If you need confirmation that this is Niev, she has mentioned something about Mearachd. I believe that is the school that you are in Phoenicia, I believe. Something about composting as well. She's starting a composting initiative. I believe some place to banana hammocks, banana boat, banana flies, something of that nature. I forget the name exactly. It was mostly inconsequential. These are just tidbits in order to kind of prove that we have met her. Her wolf, not recall the name at the moment, and something about her being an emissary of forest rangers, something of that nature. I assume that's enough information that would prove that she is who she is. And Brianna is a very how do I say this in a tasteful way? She is a very friendly person. She loves singing, dancing, and trying new instruments. Many of them. Jack of all trades, master of none in that department, sort of. No offense to her, of course. And yes, I just wanted to let you know she's here. If you do need to contact us, once again, my name is Antea Saman. In Knightsbridge, Sierra Savant. Dream spell, something of that nature. Although this isn't common knowledge, so I would, if possible, keep this on a need-to-know basis. And, well, you know, if she is with you, presumably, just let her know that I'll save her some Harlot sweets for when she gets back. But, yes, like I said, Antaeus, Mon, you can dream spell. You know, if you happen to ever be in Sierra Savant in Knightsbridge, you know, if you need a good person for pharmaceuticals, I'm also here. Come look me up. And if you find my, I don't know what, some kind of weird book of pictures and stuff of that nature, something with pictures inside of it that come out, I don't specifically know how it works exactly yet. Something about savants. I think that was the author's name. If you do find that, please contact me immediately and give me any kind of update on that. It would be very much appreciated. I assume it's somewhere in here, maybe in Kari 4. I don't know definitively, but as the author, I'm assuming he probably would know something about its whereabouts. It brought me back to life, and now it's missing. So, if you come across that, please let me know. Yeah, I believe that's all the information. You should remember this when you wake up. Yeah, so remember this when you wake up. Perfect. Excellent. Thank you. Sweet dreams, I think that's customary to say. I don't know. I'm not. Yes. Good night. And then I'll awkwardly kind of try to fade away, or whatever the equivalent of it is.
Yep. You will fade away. Good night, everyone.